Magson. I'm Head of Youth Development at Kirkbymoorside JFC, and I'd just like to give you a little bit of an insight into what goes on at the club. At this moment in time we have 9 football teams, 2 of which are girls, and the other ones are boys from age 7 up to under 16s. We have a total of 140 children, I think, at this moment in time, and we're growing as fast as possible. Obviously we need land. We're looking into purchasing fields and certain areas to develop the kids, and it's moving on quite nicely really. No problems with everything. People are welcome to come every Saturday morning. We train. Certain age groups train during the week. The girls play in the York League, the boys are all in the Scarborough League, and it's increasing in numbers.
Paul, you're saying it's really going up in numbers, and I think we've all seen that over the last couple of years or so. What do you put that down to?
We tend to go into schools a little bit during the just before summer term ends. We go into schools and teach. We've been into Ampleforth, Sinington, we've been into Kirkbymoorside Primary School for a while, Norton Beedlam. We're looking at going into Helmsley. We've not sort of got the contact there yet. We've sent lots of flyers in there, but yeah, I think it shows and it gives us an insight into what there is around, and they can see what we do. And it's good fun, really.
Yeah. What do you say that the boys really, and the girls, get out of it, out of being part of the team?
Part of the team, that's basically football and sport, any type of sport. They enjoy meeting different people. They've got a different insight into different schools, and every time they go and play a school, or when they're playing it competitively through schools, then they know the kids that's already there. So it's quite a good way of meeting people, really. Sport-wise, teamwork, they love playing for each other, and it's all about physical fitness, really.
And what's your kind of ethos about competition and playing in competitive games? How does that work with the different age groups?
Different age groups of, I would say, from anywhere from 7 up to 12, 13-year-old. It's really about participation and playing football and actually being involved in a sport. Then from there it gets a little bit more intense, and they start developing a different way, and we start to move them on in a different way. And yes, it is about winning, but it is about developing kids as well. So under 16s is a different setup altogether. That's where they sort of changing them from kids to men, if you like. But yeah, it's good.
And you were talking a little earlier about the respect campaign that's going on. How does that affect the team here?
What we have is it's through the FA's, the respect campaign, and it's just about match officials, tolerance towards kids, spectators, encroachment. This season we're having to barrier the kids' pitches off. That's the 60-40s and the 80-50s, just to stop people encroaching. It's about having a bit of respect towards people who volunteer to referee games, basically, and looking after those guys, because like us all, we only do it for the love of it, really. There's nobody getting paid anywhere along the line, so yeah.
It's a huge volunteer commitment, isn't it, from not just the coaches, but for lots of other people running the team in the background. Can you give us an idea of?
Yeah, well, it's like you say, the coaches have families at home as well, so they have a lot to do with it. We train Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturdays, and then the games are on Sundays. We have a set-up committee of chairmen, secretaries, treasurers, child welfare officers, plus the 7 or 8 coaches that we have at the club. So yeah, it's a good aspect of the club, really.
And do you need more volunteers at the moment?
Definitely.
To get involved? What kind of roles would you be looking for?
Kitchen staff is a good one. There's one that's a bit different. Coaches wise, we're pretty solid at the moment. Everybody's at least level 1 or level 2, and then anything to do with the kids is helpful. Come down, get involved in other aspects of the thing. I mean, there's helping out the coaches, there's helping out the kitchen, there's bars, there's transport, there's lots of other things.
What about fundraising? There was a
Yeah,
pretty amazing fundraising.
Yeah, we go through quite a few of those.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
For a little one. We did a skydive, and that was it was fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I would do it again. There was myself and 1, 2, I think it was 7 of us did it, and we raised just short, I think, of £4 grand, something like that, £4,000. So that's a big push to us, and it's ongoing all year round, really. There's nothing ever stops. There's always somebody thinking of something to do. So even from cake stalls to skydives, it's everything helps.
And what's your sort of big fundraising push for at the moment? You mentioned buying some extra land. Anything else?
We're certainly looking for land to develop. I mean, the area that we've got is, it's got one senior pitch, it's got an 80-50 and it's got a 60-40, and it also incorporates a cricket field, so it's pretty tight. And with the 9 teams that we have, we're looking at sort of an area anywhere in town or roundabouts to move on to, really. We use the local schools. We've got permission to use Rydale School this year, but again, it's not Kirkbymoorside, so that's the biggest part of it really for us. That's where the money's looking to go this year.
And finally, Paul, could you just give us an overview of the season ahead? What do you think the teams will be achieving this year?
Yeah, anticipation. Under 7s there'll be a new team, and under 8s there'll certainly be a new team this year, so they're just about coming back and enjoying it, and they're non-competitive as they call it. The under 9s, they'll have a new influx of players because we sort of try and get them all in the age group. The under 10s will be the team that we sort of push for. They're our basis and they're the strongest one at the moment. The 11s, similar. 12s are moving on to the big pitch. Now that'll be a total new experience for those guys. The small little fellas on a great big pitch. It's going to be fun watching that one. The 14s had a really strong setup, and they're just starting to lose a few. The boys are sort of starting basketball and things, and the 16s have sort of drafted a lot of boys in really, because we're sort of looking to move those on to senior football. The girls is a new under 11s team this year, so we've got new girls coming in, but the 13s have been with us for a year and they hold their own. They're actually starting to enjoy their football, and you can see it. So yeah, it'll be a good year. Not many trophies, but it's not all about winning all the time.
Thanks a lot, Paul.
You're welcome, mate. Thank you.